What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mo for another classic review. Today I'll be talking about us on the second animated Batman film that was direct to home video, Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. First came out back in March 17th, 1998. And this is the second animated film, and this is taking place prior to the events of the new Batman Adventures, starring Kevin Conroy and Michael Ansara, reprising their respective roles as Batman and Mr. Freeze. It was produced by Warner Bros. Animation as a marketing tie-in to Batman and Robin, and was animated overseas by Coco Enterprise and Dongyang Animation in South Korea. This film won an Annie Award for Best Home Video Animation. And before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, well, if you haven't seen the episode from the anime series, the one that made this Mr. Freeze's debut, I forgot the name of it. Heart of Ice, I believe. And to tell you the truth, I might do a review on that episode because people consider this one of the best episodes. But let's continue the review of this movie first, shall we? So yeah, Sub-Zero was the second animated film, well, direct to home, since the first one was Mask of the Phantasm, which was released in theaters, which of course, well, it did gain a lot of popularity. It's directed by Boyd Kirkland, written by Boyd Kirkland and Randy Rogel, produced by, again, Boyd Kirkland and Randy Rogel, edited by Al Brighton Batch, and music by Michael McCrucian, with a runtime of 66 minutes. With the cast as usual, returning prior to the role, we have Kevin Conroy as Batman, Michael Ansara as Mr. Freeze, Lauren Lester as Robin, Mary Kay Bergman as Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, Robert Costanzo as Harvey Bullock, Marie Devon as Summer Gleason, George Zunza as Dr. Gregory Belson, Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon, Mary Lou Henner as Veronica Vreeland, Dean Jones. Wait, Dean Jones? That name sounds familiar. Let's hope I'm not mistaken. Well, I'm not mistaken. He's best known for the roles of Agent Zeke Kelson in That Darn Cat from 1965. And also, if you haven't seen The Love Bug for my recent review, he's the guy who played Jim Douglas in The Love Bug, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, which we all remember, and Dr. Herman Varnick in Beethoven in 1992, which got him a nomination for a Golden Globe. Boy, that movie Beethoven is a nutty one, I tell you what. Who was the one to say Bernard Dog? I did not even know he was the villain doctor. Who knew? The more you know. Back to what I was saying, we also have Leon Schumer as Lieutenant Reem Montoya, Jane Smith as Detective Galpern, Frank Welker, once again here again, as Hotchka and Shaka, Alfred Sebastian Jr. as Alfred Pennyworth, and Lauren Tom as Mariko. During the production, the film was completed in 1997 as a tie-in to Joy Schumacher's Batman and Robin, which also featured Mr. Freeze as the main villain and Batgirl as one of the protagonists. When it was released, it was pushed back in 1998 because of the poor reception of the Schumer film. Good. Here's the thing about the two Schumer films of, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. They suck. I feel bad for Michael Gough. From all the actors that never returned, he's the only one who appeared in all four. The two Tim Burton films and the Schumer film. So technically, he's the only... His character of Alfred appeared in all four. in two different director films. You got the Tim Burton's version, more like the traditional, like what Gotham City supposed to look like, and you got Schumer's campy, futuristic. I don't really call it like drugged up one. Damn. If Tim Burton directed the last two, it will be pretty interesting. Plus, it'll be a better tie-in. Plus, the direct-to-home video of Sub-Zero will be a success along with that one. But hey, Warner Bros. Made the stupid decision, and they paid the price for it. As for the actors who were in there, I think some of them stopped acting after that. Those who involved those two Batman films. According to Bruce Timm, Boyd Kirkland, and Randy Rogel wrote the film story without informing him. So when he discovered that Nora Freeze was to be brought to life in the film, he was forced to drop the idea of adapting Glenn Maruka's story, White Christmas, in the new Batman Adventures episode, Holiday Nights, as it would have been required to have Nora died, as in the original issue written by Maruka. It was the final Batman direct-to-video used cell animation. Because after that, I think I don't know. The next one was Batman Beyond. Yeah, I think it was Batman Beyond was the next film because they did CGI animated cells. Because I was thinking, I was confused. Yeah, Batman Beyond was next. Then it was the other one, Mystery of the Batwoman. That was the next one, I believe. Let me try to remember. As critical response, it was given a 92% in Rotten Tomatoes with a 6.66 out of 10. TV Guide praised the film for being more enjoyable and far less campy than the Joel Schumer first two live-action Batman films, which I will agree. You want to go Batman film? Watch the Tim Burton ones. If he directed those two, if Warner Bros. Hadn't put their noses in where they shouldn't, they wouldn't have a successful one and might have the first early Batman vs. Superman, Michael Keaton's Batman versus Christopher Reeve's Superman. Along with, I forgot her name, the one who played Wonder Woman in the old series. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting if Warner Bros. Hadn't fucked it up. Which we all agree. Oh boy. I don't blame Arnold Schwarzenegger for playing Mr. Freeze, but we're getting a bit tired of ice puns. But Uma Thurman's performance as Poison Ivy? Hey, Kill Bill? Hey, she looked good in green. But continuing. In addition, the magazine stated, though clearly aimed at kids, there are also plenty to keep adult viewers entertained. Not to the least of which are the amusingly curvious drawings of several dishy dames and exaggerated muscularity of Batman and Robin. Well, that is supposed to... okay, what's he talking about? The Schumer or the anime one? Yeah, those are traditional how women are curved, you know. They even do it with Batman and Harley Quinn. That was more funny because I think Dick Grayson, who became Nightwing, he fucked her. I'm not joking. They actually did the deed, and when Batman caught the two playing tickles, and this is what Nightwing said: You never made out with a villain, Nightwing. You forgot he banged. He's with Catwoman. Does she count? But yeah, continuing. DVD Talk noted that the film was a solid venture that played out like an extended episode of Batman the Animated Series, also praising the character of Mr. Freeze, but critic the simplicities of plotting and scripting. Yes, I would agree, but I do like they brought back Mr. Freeze. I know people say about the Joker, but Mr. Freeze has to be the most tragic character of all, except Batman. Yeah, I don't know. Batman's origins because his parents were murdered by criminals. He wants to end crime. Mr. Freeze, all he does is to save his wife. If you've ever seen the episode Heart of Ice, I recommend it. Don't blame me if you start crying, because the one that people start tearing up is the music box that he's playing. That melody, when he's looking at that little mini statue of his wife, dressed as a ballerina, right there. Him looking at her, right there. Couldn't even feel her warmth because he's now, well, all frozen. Dude, ever know that episode? That teared me up. You're looking at a guy who lost everything. He tried to save his wife, literally. Even Batman, okay, when he was investigating about Mr. Freeze, or his actual name, Dr. Victor Freeze, he saw the videos, including photos of him, his marriage, including his wife's disease, including the destruction of the device that would protect his wife, and saw the process of her disease, including the corruption of the head of office, almost sabotaging, which caused his accident, which he fell into. I think he was exposed to of frozen nitrogen, which caused Dolores' blood, his temperature to low, and became what he is now. And we got the other one where he finally found out that his wife was still alive. But as a tool, he used to make a deal with this guy who wants to make a futuristic world, and he wants to become like him, immortal. Which Mr. Freeze granted him, but he won't be around, and he's stuck in the bottom of the ocean with Mr. Freeze, which we don't know what happened. He's in a block of ice with his wife, begging for forgiveness right there. And this is where we end up here in the movie. But continuing here, because I'll do a review about that episode and others that I like in another time, like I did with the others. As for the release, Sub-Zero was originally slated for release in July 15th of 97, and of course, to be a cross-promoted with Planet Hollywood and Six Flags theme parks. But due to the poor reception of Batman and Robin, it was delayed and did not see release until March 17th of 1998. Trailers for the film, narrated by the late Tony Jay, were featured on Warner Home Video VHS release in 97-98, including Eraser in 96, Batman and Robin, Selena 1997, and Warner Bros. Family Home Entertainment titles such as Space Jam, Free Willy 3, The Rescue, Wild America 1997, The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie, and A Rat's Tail 1997. The film was included in the 2018 Blu-ray release of Batman the Complete Animated Series box set. There was supposed to be a sequel of this as well. After the success of the film, Warner Bros. Greenlit the production of another film entitled Batman Arkham. Boyd Kirkland was attached to write and direct the film. The film would have Batman and Robin facing off against a collection of Arkham Asylum escapees, in addition to Batman finding himself falling in love with a new character, planned to be voiced by Angie Harmon, which I wonder who this character is going to be anyway. They never mentioned who. Weird. The main cast of Batman the Animated Series was attached to reprise their role Stevie Gordon, who drew some art concept for the film. However, the film was finally canceled in favor for Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, which also featured Harmon. While Batman Arkham eventually became the name of a successful video game series by Rocksteady Studios and featured Conrad as the voice of Batman. And the fourth and final DCAU film, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, based on the new animated series, was released in 2003, which was the final one as well. And what are my thoughts about the movie? Well, I can tell you a rundown. If you're wondering what happened, since the last encounter of Mr. Freeze with Batman, He made his home in the Arctic, in a Arctic cave with his newly adopted son, Unit's son, Kunak, and 2 polar bear companions, Notchka and Shaka. Nora still remains in her cryogenic chamber until he seeks a cure for her illness, until tragedy struck when a restart submarine surfaced through the frozen floor of the cave, shattering Nora's containment vessel, causing her to rapidly deteriorate. The submarine crew is frozen by freeze. Well, no shit. You destroyed her capsule, which she's deteriorating. Of course he'd be pissed off. Which, of course, he has no choice. Then returns to Gotham City to enlist his old colleague, Dr. Gregory Bilson, to find a cure. The problem is, Nora only has a chance of survival in organ transplants, but due to her rare blood type, there are no donors until Benson finds an actual donor. A match. Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, who is a perfect match. And what does he do? Mr. Freeze kidnaps Barbara while she's on a date with Dick Grayson, aka Robin. Barbara is taken to an abandoned oil platform where Freeze and Benson falsely tells her they need her blood transfusion to save Nora. Barbara reluctantly agrees to help. Back in Gotham, Batman and Robin investigate Barbara's kidnapping, which leads them on a trail of Benson, who wrecked car Bruce had discovered earlier in a deep puddle on the night of his appearance despite no rain. They investigate Benson's home and track Benson's broker, Dean Arbogast, who explains Benson's debt to them. In the process, Benson calls Arbogast from the oil platform, and a passing ship sounds its horn. Leading to learn where Freeze has taken Benson and Barbara. They also deduce Freeze's plans from a list of supplies used for an organ transplant for Benson left behind. As they head for the oil rig, Barbara realizes Freeze and Benson have been lying into her and escape with the help of Kunak, who Freeze has falsely promised Barbara would not be harmed. Batman arrives in the Batwing and they confront Freeze and Benson, who accidentally start a fire by shooting at fuel tanks. Really? Jesus. Freeze traps Batman and Robin and orders Benson to perform the operation despite the fire spraying rapidly across the platform rig. But Benson pushes Freeze under some falling debris and attempts to escape. Freeze survives from his broken leg, while Benson himself is crushed by a falling helipad while escaping on a speedboat. Batman escapes with and free Freeze from Barbara's help. He begs them to save Nora and Kunak first, who Barbara helps safely get on board the Batwing. Despite his efforts, Batman is unable to save Freeze, who plummets to his apparent death. Batman makes it back to the Batwing, and they fly away just as the rig finally explodes. Freeze, however, reveals to have survived and swims to his safety with the bears. Sometime later, Freeze has returned to the Arctic with the bears, and he sees on television in a research station that while the world believes him dead, Nora has been revived and after an organ transplant funded by Wayne Enterprise, putting him in tears of joy. Unfortunately, he will never get to see her in person because, if you recall in the new Batman Adventures, where Batman, Robin, and Batgirl encounter Freeze, they soon realize why Nora remarried, because Mr. Freeze doesn't want her to see him what he's now. If you recall the episode from the new Batman Adventures, due to his condition, he slowly deteriorated. Only the only thing that was left of him is his head. He's wearing a mechanized suit. So when he needs to walk around, he's like like those spider droids? Yeah, like that. Which of course caused to his condition. Even in Batman Beyond, you see him as an immortal. He can live forever, but yet he wants to die. Even though they give him a second chance of a normal life, but soon his DNA reversed and becomes him again, and soon we did get a nice touch of him visiting his wife's grave and naming a foundation after her, which he still loves her. I tell you the truth, Mr. Freeze has to be one of my favorite characters. Besides the Joker, because this is a man who has suffered a lot. You're talking about a guy who only wants to do is save his wife from a rare disease, and yet the world is against him, and for that, he became what he is. A person who cannot escape the cold. Forever entombed in ice. Who is always hoping to feel a warm hand next to his cold, to warm his ice cold heart. I think there was a quote from the series from the show of Mr. Freeze talking about from the episode from The Heart of Ice, which, I tell you the truth, it's pretty sad, you ask me. You're talking about a guy who started out in the comics as a random person until you realize when they came with the series, sorry, my allergies started to bug me, that he became somebody, which, okay, there are actually two quotes of this. Wait, damn allergies. Of this, here's the one. This is the one that began from the series, from the opening of the episode. This is how I always remember you. Surrounded by winter, forever young. Rest well, my love. The monster that took you from me will soon learn that revenge is a dish best served cold. And I agree. I feel bad for Mr. Freeze, and this is the final one. And no, this is the final one. This is the one from the ending where he's in his cell in Arkham. I failed you. I wish there were another way for me to say it. I cannot. I can only beg you forgiveness and pray you hear me somehow, someplace where a warm hand waits for mine. Dude, right there, with that music box playing, who wants tear up? As you know, we all know the history of Mr. Freeze. There's one fan that I like. Who knows the series Harley Quinn? Mr. Freeze finally sacrifices. Well, he sacrificed his life to save his wife by transferring his blood to her, and he dies. And guess what his wife does? She becomes a hoe. I'm not joking. This is the Harley Quinn series, and they turned Nora into a hooker, a happy, sex-hungry whore. I'm not joking. It's during the bachelorette party they see her going yeah. First she was tearing up the loss of her husband, now she's getting horny as shit. Dude. She got fucked by I forgot the name of this character. Swamp Thing? Yeah, she got fucked by Swamp Thing. Jesus. While Harley and helping Poison Ivy to get her connection into the green, which was mentioned in the Batman and Harley Quinn film. The connection with the green. It says you got the green all right. You got massive green. Jesus Christ. To me, I prefer the original version, the anime series version better. At least has more feeling. Okay, I like the series Harley Quinn, but what they did with Nora? Yeah, I know it's kind of funny, but still. I'm glad Mr. Freeze didn't get to see that. That's why wasted. Instead of remembering him, he just got banged by every single guy. Good grief. But continuing, what are my thoughts about the movie? I actually liked it. It's a good conclusion, and this is the last cell painted film. So yeah, this is the last cell animated painted film. Before, if you recall, in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, it was their first cell painted digital film. So that means everything's digital, not hand painted. Which it kind of looks like it, but you can't tell the difference. But yeah, folks, and those are my thoughts on Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero. And what are your thoughts of the series? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Me? I actually enjoyed it. And if you are a fan of the OG series, hey. Yeah, well, it's called Art of Ice. Okay. To tell you the truth, this shows you more about Mr. Freeze than we really know. And remember, Mr. Freeze is a sympathetic villain. This is a guy who only wants to. The reason he does crime is because he wants to save his wife. Nothing else, no more nor less. That's what he wants. Unlike the Schumer film, they made they didn't mention about her condition and everything. If it was directed by Tim Burton, the same style. Most people believe if it was directed by Tim Burton. I'm talking about the Batman Robin film. Mr. Freeze will be played by Patrick Stewart because if you look at Mr. Freeze from the anime series and Patrick Stewart, they look alike. You have to give him a ice cold skin tone, the famous iconic red glasses or red goggles. He looks perfect. Give him more like a close, not a Vader voice, but most like the one from the anime series. He's perfect for the role. Uma Thurman, I think she might be good for as Poison Ivy. If they can rewrite the script, not make it look like Poison Ivy wants to be his wife, because that was kind of like a stupid move. If they rewrite the script to make it more different, yeah, it would make more sense. And also find somebody who can play Bane, not some random fake CGI makeup. That's kind of stupid. Find somebody who's actually, well built, exercised, buff to play the role of Bane. If not, try to do some makeup, but not so cheesy like they did with the Schumer film. Now you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. Did you enjoy this film? Did you own it? And tell me what are your thoughts. Do you think Mr. Freeze is an awesome character? Because hey, remember, he made his appearance in the 40s and guess what his original name was? Shit, I forgot his original name. I think it was Captain Cold or shit. Because he had a different design. He had both in the comics and also in the campy Batman series in the 60s, he was a redhead with blue skin. Before they give him a new style and new origin story in the anime series, which it's actually a good idea. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and remember our goal to hit 1 million subscribers, or at least 500k, because on May of this year is our 11th anniversary from 2013 to 2023. So let's do this. Until then, have a great day, everybody. Peace out.